Good evening. We're going to go ahead and start. We're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, gracias. Sorry. Today's the 9th. Okay, here we go. Okay, welcome everybody to this Calexico Unified Board meeting, Board of Trustees meeting. Today is Wednesday, June 29. It is night 5:02. We're gonna go ahead and start with item A, opening items. A1, call to order. Janet?
Trustees present this evening are Trustee Romero, Trustee Magallanes, Trustee Alvarado, Trustee Lorenzo Calderon Jr., and Trustee Calderon. You have a full quorum.
Thank you, Janet. A2, Pledge of Allegiance. Would everybody would stand? Place your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everybody. Item B, public comments, closed sessions, items only. So this is it, Janet? Okay. The first one would be Darla Dreesen.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, everyone, the crowd, the honorable trustees, the administrators. One thing that I want to mention before I forget is, oh, by the way, I'm Darla Dreesen, the ACT president. Sorry, for those of you who don't know me. We had a lovely ceremony for the retirees and the year milestone recipients. And thank you very much for doing that. The only problem we incurred was that some of the people from last year weren't recognized. They did get their PIN and their certificate, but they didn't get any recognition. And I think some did and some didn't. You know, with a staff this size, it is very difficult to catch everyone. So I will put out an email tomorrow and ask who didn't get recognized, so we can do something, you know, to add to the very nice video that you showed. Okay. After a very trying year with COVID, 460 ACT members are ready to return to the 21-22 school year, enhanced by retro pay from 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, and 2021. Please negotiate with us and make this happen. We will still be starting the year behind because we won't have it negotiated yet for the 21-22 school year. Okay, and as for the presentation at the last board meeting, on the expanded learning opportunity grant of $7+ million. I was surprised to see the 30-minute addition to the school day. And this is a change in working conditions, and it would involve a change in contract. No one contacted us about that. We did meet with the Orenda people, the $400,000 survey plan. We gave our opinions, and I'm very proud of those who came. We had negotiators and e-board people there, and they had great opinions about surveys that go nowhere. And so they were referring to the surveys we've already taken, and nothing has happened. So we're a little leery about spending $400,000 for another survey. We just did the panorama, the SEL, and those types of things, they expressed their distrust and frustration by yet another survey that goes nowhere. And they brought up a few that I didn't even know about. Surveys that were taken, and the question was, and what happens now? And basically it was, nothing happened. When the SEL started, this year, we were promised a course curriculum for those who were doing the SEL with students, and none was ever delivered. So teachers did the best they could for the SEL period at the high school and elementaries, junior high, but we had no course curriculum to go with it. Okay, so my suggestion is that in the Expanded Learning Opportunities Grant, we spend it on people, not surveys. People are our greatest asset, and we have wonderful teachers in this district, wonderful classified people, wonderful administrators. Let's spend it on people. Okay, so of course, if you know me at all, my suggestion would be that art, music, and PE specialists are put into elementary schools, at least traveling between. Student attendance, language acquisition, motor skills, SEL skills, etc., would be greatly improved, as well as student achievement. I've taught art for, I don't even want to tell you how long, 40-some years. I know the difference between a school who's progressive and has those three elements in their elementaries and junior highs. They achieve much higher, much better. And by music, I don't just mean band. We've got a very rich culture here in Calexico with singing and dancing, but we're not doing that in the elementaries and the junior highs. Band is music, yes, but there's much more to music than just that. The junior highs still don't have art classes, and that is a wonderful room over at Willie that goes unused for art. Very important that we get that back there. So be a progressive school district in California and expand learning in art, music, and PE. Do not waste this opportunity. I implore you, I beg you. Don't do more surveys. Invest in our people. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Reason. Next on the list would be Rosa Sandigo? Sandigo? Okay, thank you.
Good evening, board members, Mr. Gonzalez, Mrs. Ramirez, and present district personnel. My name is Rosa Sandigo. I'm a special education teacher at Calexico High School. I stand here before you, along with my colleagues, to state our frustration with the decision made to remove the consultation period for the 2021 and the upcoming school years. This decision places Calexico School District out of compliance with the state and limits the quality of services our special education students are so much in need of. Special education teachers have the role of teaching, performing administrative duties, and managing student cases. Up to this year, the time allotted to each of these roles was very specific. One period to plan for instruction and another for administrative duties and student case management. Let me provide some context on how special education teachers use the preparation and consultation periods. Teachers use the preparation period to plan and evaluate instruction and curricula for multiple subjects and multiple grade levels. For instance, during my planning period, I planned and evaluated student work in 3 courses, Spanish 1, 2, and TPP. On the other hand, the consultation period has been utilized specifically for IEP writing, organizing and conducting the different types of IEP meetings. It was also used to provide academic testing, which is mandated for annual and triannual IEP meetings. Testing alone can take multiple hours per student. This consultation period was also used to meet and collaborate with parents and general education teachers. So one period was allocated to plan instruction as all other general teachers do, and the other to meet the state requirements for special education. As the epidemic ensued, along with anxiety that our district's budget will be minimized, the district or school administrators opted to not fill 3 vacant positions for special education, one at Calexico High School, another one at Enrique Camarena, and one more at Willie Moreno Schools. My apologies for misspelling Willie Moreno. Inadvertently, our SPED caseload grew from roughly 23 students to around 28, which is the limit set by the California Education Code. It also added 1 new subject to all the special education teachers. With this decision, there's no allotted time for consultation, 1 new class period to teach, a greater number of students' cases to manage, and less time to meet the responsibilities specific for special education teachers. Therefore, we ask the school board and district personnel to reconsider this action. Our consultation period was the time assigned not only to complete IEPs with compliance, but was also the time where we were to provide consultation services to our students. Of greater concern is the fact that consultation services, as stated in many of our students' IEP, are impossible to be met. We do not have a consultation period. Just by this fact, the district is already out of compliance, placing us at risk of serious legal and financial ramification. Collectively, all the effects of the decision to remove the consultation time lead to greater academic and professional issues. Thank you for your time. The secondary special education team will be happy to meet with board members and district personnel to establish dialogue and ensure that our special education is not systematically at a disadvantage. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Sandigo. Next would be Ms. Holloway.
Good afternoon. I'm not much of a microphone person. I usually just use my voice. I'm here today because I was part of the conversation about Orenda. I'm not opposed to change. I'm not opposed to doing things better. But I am very seriously concerned with the concentration by this school district on buying stuff. We are amassing so much stuff. We are giving kids tests on top of tests on top of tests. We buy iReady. We have the TEL test. We have the SBAC. We have the LPAC. They were all given at the same time to students. And we weren't even given the information that we needed to be able to plan accordingly for those tests. We gave them, but it's just stuff. We're doing nothing with the results. We have Panorama, and now we're looking to spend $400,000 on Orenda, more stuff, to give us another survey exactly like Panorama is doing. And what happens is we have schools that are in, I don't know what the term is, I'm sorry, because Calexico's not involved in it, but they're corrective, what is it? Thank you. And they got started with ICOE and with Panorama, and now they're being asked to change over and do something completely different when they're trying to learn how to work with the county and accomplish the things that they need to get out to make their programs compliant. What I am appealing to you all to think about is, instead of investing in stuff, invest in the people that you need to run the stuff. We need the best people at Calexico High School to to work with these highly challenging programs that we are now delivering in the classroom. We did distance learning, just turning ourselves upside down, trying to make things right for kids this year. And instead of supporting us with that, they kept throwing more stuff at us to do, instead of doing that right. The thing I've spoken to you all about this before, and I'm going to say it one more time. Please do not think the young people that are wanting to come into school districts to work are going to be lured by insurance. They don't think that way. They want to be able to pay their bills. We understand that we have good insurance, but what we need is valuable, bright, effective instructors with savvy that want to come and work at our school district because we're competitive. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Holloway. Next on the list is Gamboa Melissa.
Good evening, I'm Melissa Gamboa. I'm ACST's organizing chair. From the moment our careers completely changed, teachers have had to pivot with remote learning, then distance learning, then to a 25% hybrid model, then eventually to a 50% hybrid model. We have heard Mr. Gonzalez's praises in our district's weekly newsletter, letting us know that of all the great things that are happening in our schools, thanks to us. So I'm going to read a couple of them. The school spirit is alive and well. I want to thank our staff for the numerous activities that have been ongoing throughout our district to increase school spirit and bring joy to our students at home. Teamwork and spirit got us through, and now we must continue and plan for the new school year. We hope you enjoyed our weekly highlights, showcasing the amazing work our students and staff continue to do via distance learning. Thank you for your excellent work, despite the many challenges we continue to face during the COVID-19 pandemic. It is greatly appreciated. We do have Ms. Zinn and Ms. Maricela Garcia that will continue.
So, Ms. Gamboa, is that the end of your? Okay. Thank you, Ms. Gamboa. Next is Maricela Garcia.
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, I'm going to continue with some of the quotes that we have here. We have, thank you for all of your hard work and support in touching the lives of so many of our students. Despite the many challenges we continue to face due to COVID-19 pandemic, I am absolutely amazed at your commitment to serve our community with incredible professionalism. Thank you for your continued patience and flexibility. Thank you for your dedication, your patience, your determination, and your passion for CUSD students. We would like to thank our teachers, principals for the hard work, time, perseverance, support that they have provided to our students, especially during this pandemic. And this is not what he said, but I just want to tell you something. I was born a Bulldog. I went to Mains Elementary. I remember my 6th grade teacher, Mr. Iturralde, one of the best teachers I consider, and Mr. Obeso. And I went to De Anza Junior High School, and I continued serving Calexico School District. I know I got paid, but I was there long hours. I've been working, and now I get my 25-year recognition, which many people here have spent more years here. But the reason why I'm telling you is I think I deserve a raise. I have never been as vocal as I am now. I need to think about my retirement. I know in about 10 years, 20 years from now, but I need to think about retiring with a good pay and leaving this district knowing that I have done the best that I can with dedication and passion, because that's what I've been told by my administrators. You have a lot of passion. Well, yes, I do have passion, and I deserve a raise. And these people that you see here deserve a raise too. It's been a long-awaited time. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Garcia. Next on the list is Elvira Zinn.
Good evening.
Thank you.
So I'm going to continue with some more wonderful quotes from our superintendent, Mr. Carlos Gonzalez. Thank you to our counselors for working on the virtual Spirit Week for our students while they are home, showing that nothing is going to stop us from connecting with each other. Another quote. It's been 2 weeks since our schools were closed down. However, we are very proud of the service our wonderful staff continues to provide to our students, parents, and community. Last quote. Our teachers and parents are reporting great success stories with remote learning, instruction that is taking place with our students. I'd like to conclude that our superintendent continues to praise us, yet he refuses to sit with us at the table and bargain with us in good faith. We are valuable employees. We deserve more than just praise. We deserve respect. We deserve a raise. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Zinn. Next is Will Slater.
Okay, you've all heard me many times. This is not new. But the last time I spoke up here, I ended with, you guys are here to do one thing, and your service is to the kids of this community. This, and what we're doing here, no secret, the amount of money that's been given to school districts for money, for stuff we're buying. But we have to look at what you guys are doing here. This is for the kids. But when we are so low, I know you guys have all seen the YouTube video, right? Comparing salaries and how low we are compared to others. We cannot competitively go out and pull in the best teachers. We're losing teachers in this district. The good teachers that we have, we are losing them. They do not, why would they stay for $20,000 less at a starting salary? It's idiotic that we would believe that. Parents, if you think the best teachers in this state are going to come to Calexico to teach your children for salaries that are $20,000 below, they're the lowest in the valley, among the lowest in the state, you are delusional. You need to wake up and look at what's going on here. I beg you guys, do we want raises? You heard me say, yeah, Slater wants a raise. But we're not doing this for the raises. This comes down to the thing you were elected to do, and that is serve your community. Take care of our kids. I don't care what school district you are, that's what you're supposed to do. And providing salaries and fighting and saying that this is not going to happen and this is the way it is here is not going to be what happens. And now I look at what we're doing with our negotiations. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I've talked to the classified, and they've got a problem because your attorney went around the back door to San Diego to circumvent negotiating with them. I almost wouldn't believe that, but remember, I was here when Alvarez was here, and he brought that dirtbag group of attorneys in with his and how much money we paid. I got up here for time and time again and bashed on the money we spent on attorneys. Attorneys don't give a damn what goes on in Calexico. As long as there's problems, they make money. As long as there's problems and people are circumventing the negotiation process, they don't care. They don't give a crap about our kids. We care for our kids, and that's what we have to do. I beg you, we all know I'm a short-termer here, but I beg you because I love these kids. I beg you to do the right thing.
Thank you, Mr. Slater. We were going to continue with our agenda. That was item B, public comments for closed session items only. Item C, announcement of convening to closed session. Amy?
Regarding item D4, anticipated litigation, the facts and circumstances relate to the implementation of the Personnel Commission rules.
Thank you, Amy. So we will be going into closed session. This time, we will be coming back at 6, exactly at 6 p.m. to honor our boys soccer team from the high school. Thank you.